Wallace and Gromit. I'm going to be reviewing all the shorts, at least like the 22-minute shorts or the longer. I don't want to do all the mini shorts, and I'm not going to review Curse of the Were Rabbit. I thought this would be a fun series of reviews because I guess we'll just talk about Wallace and Gromit for a minute. I grew up on Wallace and Gromit. My grandma, who lives out in the desert, she we would go thrift shopping, but mostly when you go out there, there's nothing out there. Basically, she kind of doesn't really do anything out there because it's just the desert, you know. And so a lot of times we'd be stuck watching stuff, and one of the things we watched all the time was Wallace and Gromit. And then that gave me an affinity for stop motion. My favorite movie is Fantastic Mr. Fox, which is stop motion. I love stop motion. I've adored it for many years. I was one of the few people that actually saw Kubo and the Strings in theaters and things like that. I watch all these things. I saw Box Trolls in theaters. I see a lot of these stop motion films in theaters. Some of my favorite art forms, and it really started with Wallace and Gromit. My great grandmother, when she was alive, we used to watch these. I had a VHS tape of these shorts: A Grand Day Out, Loaf of Death, Close Shave, Wrong Trousers. I had a VHS tape collection of all three of them, and I would pop them in and we'd watch them. And actually, the tape stopped working, so that's why I eventually upgraded to the Blu-rays when I still had VHS. Yeah, and I love these. So it's gonna be hard for me not to just gush about these, but these are just fantastic. This one is obviously my least favorite. I think it's just the fact that it is the most dated. The stop motion is very beautiful for what they were able to accomplish, knowing the circumstances of the short, where they were just a small studio, very few people working together to make this. It's clearly made with a lot of love and passion. But you know, when you watch the earlier ones, it's able to do a lot more and be a lot more expressive and more interesting visuals. But this is a pretty simple concept short that's a lot of fun. What they're able to do with the concept of the moon being made out of cheese and this robot and these weird things, it's just a lot of fun. And there's a lot of great, uh, just humor through the animation, the expressions they're able to get out of Gromit. Even though like later shorts would be a lot more expressive. This one's not so expressive, but this one is still very expressive and able to get a lot of great humor out of that. And these shorts also always have a great score to it. I always love the Wallace and Gromit theme. Just such a great sound to it. And yeah, Wallace and Gromit is forever delightful and just incredibly British, but it's just something that's just amazing. And I can't wait to talk about these because the reason I'm talking about these is I finished reviewing the Rambo movies, and I have other series or things I could review, things I'm looking at in the future. But I was going down in my head thinking about it, and I'm just like, I really want to watch Wallace and Gromit, and that's just really it. I just really wanted to watch it, so I thought this would be a fun series of reviews for you guys. Let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.